What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am Kayla, a stay-at-home mom of 4, and if you are new here, welcome in. Today, I'm going to be taking y'all through a normal day of what it looks like to typically clean my house. Yes, this is after one day of my kids and my family just going chaotic through my house. As I said, I have 4 kids, and my kids are all 6 and under. Now, my older 2 are in school all day until about 3:30. And then my youngest 2 are at home with me all day, every day. My husband gets home some days around 5, and other days he has baseball in the afternoons. Today is not one of those days because we had a severe thunderstorm last night. It was absolutely insane. I wasn't even expecting it to come in, but it was crazy. So the older kids had to lay whenever they went to school this morning, so they got to play around the house a little bit. And this is just the aftermath of what the house looked like from yesterday and also from this morning. Now, I'm new to YouTube, but I am a content creator. I have been on Instagram and TikTok for over a year and a half now. So bear with me because I'm trying to figure this long form content out. I am so used to filming short form content that I don't talk for 18 minutes. It's like 1 minute or less. So I don't really know what to talk about. I did a couple research on a couple other videos just as what I like to watch on YouTube. So I'm going to kind of use that as like a template from here, me going forward. But anyways, with that being said, let's get into it. This is going to be a full house clean. This is typically, like I said, what it looks like my every single day. It's always different every day, but for the most part, I have simple systems that I like to implement and do just so I can keep my house tidy for the most part. As a family of 6, that is typically hard because there are 6 people in my house doing God knows what, whenever, and I cannot keep track of everybody. Everyone knows to clean up their mess, clean up after themselves, but just as we as adults forget to clean up after ourselves sometimes, my kids obviously do. We are teaching them. They do pretty well. Our house stays clean for the most part. I feel like it's not like disgustingly dirty most of the time unless there's like, hey, they spill something. But I do really good about cleaning it up. After they spill like food or something on the floor, they as well will tell me, or they'll clean it up themselves before I even have to say anything, especially the older ones. So some of the systems that we like to implement, I at least like to get a load of clothes washed and dried every single day. Now today we have a lot more clothes because there are our typical loads of clothes, but then I did decide to wash our sheets on this day. I washed our comforters too, but we have other comforters throughout the house, so it's not like a top priority for me to wash these, but I do need to put a load in, and I'll do that later. Throughout my cleaning, the girls will get hungry like they are now. They were so hungry, they were asking me for a snack, so I decided to cut them up some strawberries and let them play a little bit more. I'm trying to get some more cleaning done before they start fussing at me because it's about time for their afternoon nap. So let's see how much more I can get done before they come back in here. Camilla finally made her way back to me. She has a dirty diaper and she is getting fussy. So I know that it's time for her afternoon nap. The girls are now taking one nap a day. Camilla is 16 months now and Catalea is 3 years old. At this point in time, Josiah, whenever he was 2.5, he stopped taking naps. So I'm still so surprised that Catalea is taking naps at 3 years old. And Kalina was the same way. She stopped taking naps around 2.5 as well. Well, at least when they were at home, because when they were at school, their teacher said that they would take a nap every single day. And Kalina is now 4. She'll be 5 in April. And she still naps every single day in her pre-K class, but rarely at home. So I try to put them down for a nap at 11 or 12. Just depends on what time they wake up or if I have a meeting. As y'all can tell, Catalea was not excited about taking her nap, but you can see in like a couple of minutes, she starts to get restless and she eventually falls asleep. Okay, that took me about 10 minutes, but I finally got these little chicken nuggets to sleep. So I gotta get back to cleaning because I feel like I still have so much to do. Okay, so this is 2 loads of laundry. I had some towels and then a couple of like dark colors. These have literally been sitting out for like 2 days, but I have not wanted to fold them and hang them up. So we're gonna get to it now because I just don't feel like leaving it here and I have so much laundry to do. So we're just gonna get it done. So I have been a stay-at-home mom for over 7 years now, and being a stay-at-home mom has always been my dream, but no one prepared me for how exhausting, how overwhelming, but also how beautiful and like never ending the tasks and the things and everything would be. Honestly, I have my dream job. I could have never imagined my life the way that it is, what our family looks like, how God has provided so much for our lives and just taught us so much and just the journey that we've been on. But y'all, the reality is being a stay-at-home mom is very hard, like the mental, emotional, and physical toll that it takes on you. And maybe it can be easier, but we did have all of our kids back to back to back. For the past 7 years, I have either been pregnant, breastfeeding, or in my postpartum mental health, all the things era. This is literally the longest time that I have been postpartum without getting pregnant. And I am so happy, y'all. I know that I'm not having any more kids. At least I'm not birthing any more kids. So I feel like I can see like that light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe that sounds horrible to say, but if you know what you know, especially when you have your kids back to back to back, and you don't know if you're going to have more or you feel like you're not done, but also at the same time, like you are exhausted. And that has been my reality. I know that I wanted at least 3 or 4 kids. I wanted a big family, but I just didn't know how that was going to look. And because we had our kids so quickly and we did not be like, hey, we're going to have another baby, or hey, let's start trying. I think that created like this overwhelming feeling around it. Yeah, I think just like the uncertainty or like the fear of the unknown was kind of where we were. I mean, if y'all know, me and JP got pregnant after 3.5 months of knowing each other. We got married whenever I was 9 months pregnant with Josiah, and then we moved in together after Josiah was born. So within an entire year of time, we became new human beings. We became parents. We became responsible for each other, responsible for a child. Yeah, our life did a 360. We were college athletes. We had no responsibilities except for ourselves. We were just wanting to have fun. He was a senior. I was a junior. So life was just supposed to be careless and us doing reckless stuff. Maybe not necessarily reckless. At least I wasn't as reckless as JP was. But you know what I mean. We were college kids with no responsibilities. And then 1 year later, we were married and we had to figure out life together and figure out what that looked like. And we still felt like strangers. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. We didn't feel like strangers, but there was still so much that we needed to learn about each other and kind of just discover and uncover about each other. There was so many discussions that you would typically have like in a long-term relationships that we had not had, and we were already married. Like, we knew that we were the one for each other early in. Like, we just connected so much, but we did not plan on like getting pregnant and doing all the things. Like, we planned on like, hey, let's visit each other in the summer, like, because he's from Puerto Rico, like, let me go visit you in Puerto Rico before we like got pregnant with Josiah. But once all of that happened, it was like, hey, like, actually, let's figure out if we're gonna do life together, because we have a child. Do we just want to figure out how to co-parent and have a healthy relationship, or do we actually want to pursue a relationship? And that's what we decided to do. And honestly, I'm grateful, so grateful that that's what we chose to do, because our life is so beautiful now. Our marriage is so beautiful, has its ups and downs like everyone's life and marriage and relationship do. As we grow and evolve, things change and we change. And we just have to figure out how to navigate doing life together and managing all the things and the changes and the phases of each other's life in each season. And that doesn't always look graceful, but we have made it through and continue to make it through every single season, no matter how beautiful or how ugly it can be. Because yes, sometimes the seasons and life with each other and marriage can be ugly. Okay, so at this point, I have gotten through most of folding all of the laundry. I had to clean up this floor. We did like a little activity yesterday after school. I typically try to do that most days with the kiddos. We did something on the ground yesterday, so there was like glitter and like little stuff everywhere. So I cleaned that up, and then I had to go to the girls' room. This was the mess that they made this morning. I think it was this morning, but either way, I'm cleaning up all the toys, getting this all cleaned up, and just making their beds. Do have some laundry here on Cataleya's bed. The girls typically sleep with each other in the same bed, so I don't know why I got two beds thinking that they would sleep in two different beds, but you know what? It's there. I use it to put half the clothes on so that I can fold them whenever I need to, or the socks or whatever. So I'm going to get to folding this load of laundry. I have like a blanket. They actually threw some dirty clothes on here, so you might see me throw some other dirty clothes in the pile over here, but let's get this done. Okay, I feel like that took me forever. I had so many little knickknacks to get out of there. This is our sock basket. Please tell me that y'all have a sock basket too. I just hate matching the socks. It is like my pet peeve. It is not fun at all. So I just throw them in a basket and call it a day. Maybe once every blue moon, I will go through and like match them. But I'd rather buy a whole new pack of socks than finding all of the socks and then all the mismatches and putting them together. It bothers JP so much that I do this, but you know what? It bothers me that he leaves his dirty clothes right next to the hamper instead of putting them inside of the hamper. So whenever he decides to put his dirty clothes in the hamper that is 2 inches from the ground where he drops his clothes, then I will go ahead and match all of the socks. Anyways, I hope he watches this so he can see that, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna laugh. So this is Josiah's room. Sometimes the girls sleep with him in here. He has a full-size bed, and our kids are so young that at night they typically still get scared, so the girls will scurry in here, but I have to clean and remake these sheets in here. We got this bed from a estate sale. There was a lady like 2 houses over, her mom passed away, and she had the nicest furniture, y'all, like all wood and oak. The piano that is in our house, we got that from them as well. This bed frame and a couple other things in our house, we absolutely love it. I will probably keep this bed frame for forever. Now that I am done with Josiah's room, I'm going to get to this laundry. Y'all, I have so much laundry to do, but honestly, at this point, I am pooped. So I am just going to switch over the load from the washer to the dryer and then put some of these sheets in the washer so that we can get some of that done. I don't even feel like sorting this clothes today. If I'm being honest, I rarely ever do sort the clothes. Typically do it whenever I have a big load of laundry like this, but most of the time everything just goes in with everything unless it's white. Anyways, this is all I've gotten done today. I will show you the results at the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I'd love for you to subscribe and engage with this video.